Hello to lovely YouTube watchers. Hope you're okay out there today. I am reading the Siren. The Siren. Have you ever heard of that? As a tarot card. Look, the archetypes. The Siren. Little mermaid tail there. I'm not sure what that is. The Siren calls and the world spins. What we thought we wanted pales in comparison to the sweet allure of her song. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling to us is ultimately good or bad is somewhat irrelevant. It's the journey that matters, and the work of the Siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent. Following her song, we go down, 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 to a place where lessons are learned and courage must be rallied to find our way back to dry land. Try as we might, resisting the call may not even be an option, unless, like Odysseus, we bind our hands to the mast of our ship. It's likely, though, that falling for her call is the only way we will come to live more fully on the surface. It means awakened sensuality, absorption, arousal. Other iterations of the Siren archetype include the nymph, the mermaid and the fairy. They often come in sets of 3 as the trinity of temptation. Embodying the Siren archetype requires that we explore things that are taboo. The Siren laughs at conventions and constraints. She eats rules. Eats rules. She eats rules. Okay. So what are we looking for here? Is it a good idea to have rules all the time? Do we like rules? How do we feel about rules? And there's some children shrieking and shouting outside. Is that the rules? Is that against the rules? We don't care about those rules, do we? Is that the Siren talking when I say we don't care about the rules of people? Screeches? No, it says they're having a good time, doesn't it? Do you think maybe some rules are made to be broken? Oh, that's a lovely concept for the Siren, isn't it? What happens if we break rules? What happens when rules are broken? What do you think, dear YouTube? What answers have we got for these questions? When is it okay to break the rules? Where do we want to break the rules? I'm going to open up these oracle cards for all of the cards, okay? I'm just going to have one. I'm going to open up a Banksy. And then I'm going to choose 2 tarot cards for each pile. Rules. What rules don't we like? And what do we do to get around them? Okay, how do we solve our own feeling of wanting to break the rules? Where do we think we could break the rules? Where would we like to break the rules? What's stopping us? Should we be breaking the rules? Okay, let's have a look at Mystic Mondays as to consequences for breaking the rules. Oh, we've all got such different boundaries, haven't we, when it comes to making the rules? Some of us stick to the letter of the law and the rules completely, don't we? We stick to all the rules that people tell us. We stick to convention. We stick to things other people have told us. Sometimes we stick to other people's rules. What rules should we have for ourselves? That's the question. Have we got enough of our own rules? Do we know what our rules are? Who's going to have the most rules here out of these little elephants, do you think? Now, because this card is pink, I'm going to start with the pink elephant. Okay? And also I'm going to open up the oracle cards that are for all of the readings. Siren, serenity, being calm. That's what's recommended, being calm in the face of quite possibly tempestuous feelings. Right? Being calm is the opposite. Ghosts. Yeah, ghosts of rule makers past. A lot of us still stick to rules that have been handed down from generations just because that's what we've always been taught without actually thinking about it. Orca whale, adventure. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. Faith. There we go. Have faith that everything is going to be okay. If you trust your judgment about the rules. What do we think about the rules? Warning, guard on duty. And he's got a little balloon dog wearing a muzzle. That's lovely, isn't it? It is. That is exactly it, isn't it? It's like these are rules. But guess what? They don't really matter. And this guard dog isn't going to bite you. He hasn't got any teeth and he can't bite you anyway because he's wearing a muzzle. So it's like these consequences of rule breaking actually don't apply in this situation. Because you could be holding yourself to, you know, a really harsh level of this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Clinging to the past. Oh, are you clinging to the past, dear pink elephant? Are these things that are happening that you believe you've got to do because someone else said so? What are the rules that you want to break? Oh, the Fool. This is stepping out and doing something completely new, you know, like changing your job, changing your career, changing what you believe in your religion, changing your living arrangements, changing your business, like everything that is against the rules. You're not supposed to do these things, are you? You're supposed to plod along. Make your choice of what you want to do. Stick with it for the rest of your life, even if it's given to you by your parents or your grandparents told you this is what you were going to do. This card says it's okay. You can break these rules if you want to. Yeah, look, and these are the peanut gallery. It's the crowd watching. You're influenced and so bothered by what other people think. That's what's holding you back. And this is going to be the consequence of breaking the rules. Heartbreak, Three of Swords. Yeah, there's going to be some pain, of course. Not necessarily yours. Might be other people's, and that could be what's stopping you from doing actually what you want to do. So take some time, go within, sit in the peace and calm, ask yourself what you want. Make sure the things that you're telling yourself aren't outdated and just old news and old hack from past generations. Recognise what you want and ask yourself, are you brave enough to take the step? Can you do it? Can you dare to do something different and live with consequences? Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Right, let's do the red elephant, shall we? Because the red's the next colour that's close to the siren, deep pink. So the story's the same for everyone here. The consequences are different. What you want to change, what's stopping you. Creativity. Okay, so you've got an inner calling to be creative. And you're scared because that's not your first choice in life. You haven't made the choices that allow creativity to flourish and grow for all the same reasons. See, the first elephant I just did, the pink elephant, this card's asking you to be calm, to recognise that the consequences of these rules and beliefs that you're sticking to no longer have any teeth. Okay? You have adventure, and these cards are asking you to do things differently. The beliefs that you've got are ghosts from the past. Things that might have been true once aren't true anymore. Where you want to be different is your wishes. You want your wishes to be granted. You want to be the person who is making your own choices. And what's stopping you is the money. You're scared that if you change things too much, you're going to be financially worse off. Okay, the Four of Wands. This is the consequences. So this could well be true. And as long as you've got a foundation, as long as you've got a solid foundation, you will be able to cope with the consequences of making changes. You have to make sure that you've got a solid foundation before venturing out and doing something new. You can't just step off a cliff and think that everything's going to fall into place. You have to put the plans in place. But the question for you is, do you feel ready to make these choices and make these plans? These cards suggest you could be ready. Where are you on this path? Enjoy the journey. Take care. Bye for now. Elephant, this is the one that uses their mind. So their rules are important to them. Politics, yeah, it's all about the politics. Doing the right thing, being seen to do the right thing, being calm in the face of opposition, right? The opposition hasn't really got any teeth. Dominion, look at this, the Two of Swords. This is your reason for not making the decisions to change things. That's always been done that way because you don't like the conflict. And also, financially, look at this. You'll feel like you're being a burden to other people if you decide to suddenly do something different and go your own way. Someone else is going to be carrying you and you don't like that idea. And the Seven of Swords, look at this. The consequences, this is what you fear, is the arguing, the deceit, the betrayal, the potential pitfalls. There's too many downfalls for you to risk taking a chance on following your own thoughts and beliefs and dreams. It's too hard for you at the moment. It just feels like it's impossible and you can't do it. Okay, so I'm here to let you know, actually, if you unpick all these negative thoughts and these fears that you've got, they're about as scary as this blow-up dog balloon wearing a muzzle, okay? You've got no power over you apart from in your own mind. So these things are all coming out of your own mind, these ideas of what could go wrong. And so if you really are interested in making change and doing something different and going for the adventure of life, just take stock and look at the things that you're actually scared of and ask yourself, are they real? How much of this is self-generated from a place of fear and doubt? How much of it is true? Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Okay, the green elephant, the elephant that lives for love. And so undoubtedly we'll be following all the rules. And for these cards, have a little look at the beginning of this recording where I did talk about serenity and the ghosts of the past and the fact that these rules you're following actually haven't got a lot of teeth. Got the same amount of teeth as a blow-up dog that's wearing a muzzle. Okay, that dog does not need the muzzle. And these rules that you're following are all because you want to live in harmony. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not holding yourself back in any way. Look at this, death. Got a fear of death, dear lovely green elephant. And actually, Ten of Pentacles, you could be enjoying more of the journey of life if you let go of the fear of death. It's a quite natural thing to have a fear of death. It is, of course. But you fear things ending. You don't want to rock the boat because you don't want to end what you've got financially. You're happy to work towards a financial goal. And this is the consequences that you're avoiding. The Five of Wands. Okay, so you're happy to forego what you want, doing things you want, because you don't want to live with the consequences of change and disruption and endings. So it's easier for you to just keep going on the path you're on and to change things. But that's your choice, as long as you know what you're doing and why you're doing it. Thanks for watching. Finally, last but not least, we've got the white elephant. What is the white elephant struggling with? Okay, so this is why the white elephant sticks to the rules and plays by the rules to the letter of the law, because it would give them turmoil in their mind if they didn't do the right thing, if they didn't follow all the rules exactly. Look at this, and it gives them a real sense of joy to follow the rules. They don't want to break the rules, they're just not natural rule breakers. Look at this. They're literally lying on their back, juggling another cat in the air. They would rather do some sort of contortions than break the rules. And why is this? Because it would bring them deep sadness if they were to break the rules, because for spiritual elephants, the following the rules and a history and tradition that's come from generations past is what brings them pleasure and peace of mind, and they don't want to risk the upset, not just emotionally on this planet, but the deep sorrow from people in spirit. They don't want to let people down who are in the past, literally living their life because of ghosts that are gone. They're not with them anymore. That's the people that have passed over in spirit aren't going to look down and judge you for not continuing with the rules and set of beliefs that they've given to you. You are allowed to be free to do what you want. You're allowed to play. But the only source of sorrow that's going to come as a consequence of you breaking the rules are because of things you're believing. So just check what you're believing. Just check that you're not holding yourself back massively by thinking things which aren't necessarily true. Okay? A lot of things we don't really know if they're true, but sometimes it's time to let go of things and we haven't noticed. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.